Elk hunting has become a yearly tradition, something that keeps pulling me back year after year. I don't know what it is exactly, the physical grind, the mental battle, the way it pushes you past comfort and makes you feel grateful for the simple things in life. Or maybe it's just being out here, standing in God's creation, surrounded by reminders of how small we are and how good He is. I've come to see bow hunting a lot like faith. It's our job to show up, to work hard, and to be prepared. But the outcome isn't ours to control. Like in Scripture, when the fishermen cast their nets, it wasn't their skills that filled them. It was God's blessing. I believe hunting's the same way. We do our part, but it's God who sends the elk when the time is right. This hunt wasn't about filling a tag. It was about slowing down, paying attention, and realizing how rare these moments really are. Out here, you see how fast time moves and how important it is to be present for the things that matter. Because one day, all we'll have are the memories of the moments we don't get back. Hunting a unit that I had a cow tag in 2019. Ironically enough, when I had that tag, I saw nothing but bulls almost the entire time. I was seeing 25 to 30 bulls a day, and the only group of cows I saw was on private, right on the edge of public. Never did get an opportunity, but after that hunt, I knew I was going to be saving my points for this unit because it was one bull after another. So I got in really late last night and set up camp, made it to this Glasson Ridge early this morning at first light. I've been covering a lot of ground here, and I've only seen one elk just for a brief second, so things have definitely changed. I see a few hunters around as well. Only saw one hunter last time, but Mike is coming. We're going to find these elk, we're going to get on them, and we're going to have an amazing experience. So hoping the good Lord blesses me with an opportunity, but if nothing else, I'm just thankful to be out west and experiencing an elk hunt with another good buddy. Well, this is my view for this evening. I'm basically glassing everything I could see this morning, plus a whole heck of a lot more. I can see a lot of country here, so if there's elk here, I'm going to turn them up, no doubt. There's got to be elk in here. Got to be. This is a big deal. I got eyes on a bachelor group of 7 bulls, about 4 miles that way, right on the edge of some public. I'd have to circle all the way around to the other side of the unit to come in on those bulls, but they came down to a little spring meadow down there. There's a couple sparring and fighting, but they're all getting a drink down there. I bet you if I see them in the morning go back up in bed in that same spot, they're probably going to come back to that water in the evening. It wouldn't surprise me if I don't see them there, but if I do, that's probably going to be the game plan. I'm just excited to see elk, because I thought for a second that the elk may have completely left this unit since I was last here, so we still got some time left. I'm going to keep looking. Got a bull moose down here. Wasn't expecting to see that. I've seen 7 hunters today. The main reason I wanted to draw this unit was because the last time I was here, in 5 days of hunting, I saw one other hunter in this exact same spot. But there's plenty of area here to go around, so it's not going to be a problem, I don't think. And I've got elk spotted. Hoping I can pick them up in the morning. I think they're going to stay on that hill because I saw another single bedded up on top. It's a good chance they're going to be there tomorrow. I don't see anything else tomorrow morning. I think we're going to have a really good evening plan, sitting in that wallow where all those bulls came down to. So things can change a lot in 6 years since I was last here, last had a cow tag. But it's amazing to just be back here and soaking in God's creation. It's really breathtaking. We'll see what day 2 brings.
Well, it has been a fantastic first morning for me here. I saw 18 different bulls and 9 cows. A lot of them are really close to where I'm at right now, and I do not see any other hunters, which is kind of crazy because we've seen a lot of camps. Josh has seen a lot of hunters, but it looks like this spot right now, we don't have any hunting pressure. So that's a huge success. We've got a lot of elk to chase. This is going to be exciting.
Seems like it could be a good one. Well, I'd say I've got a good game plan for this afternoon. I've got a long ways to go to get over there. I'm going to go back to camp. I'm going to load up the ATV. It's going to be about a 2-hour drive back to my pickup and probably a 3-hour drive around to the other side of the unit to get just 4 miles to where those bulls are from this morning. Seems crazy. Be shorter walking from here, but I need to have the gear and everything over there because I would not pack them out through this ravine. It would be treacherous. But I think I'm going to meet up with Micah. We're going to hike in there. We're going to sit that wallow tonight. I think we're going to pack in camp, and then we're going to stay there. We'll be able to glass off that mountain in the morning if we don't see anything this evening. They've been feeding in that open kind of grass on top last night and this morning, so we ought to be able to see them and make a move in the morning if we don't have any luck tonight. But we'll also be able to see that back side where we saw those other bulls from this morning. So I think that'll get us in elk and hopefully get us an opportunity. I mean, I can see 3 to 5 miles in almost every direction other than behind me. And those are the only elk that I've seen in the last 2 days. And there's a lot of hunters. And so if the elk did show up here, it would be a mad dash to get them. So gonna leave this place for now, despite how good it looks on the map and how promising it's been in the past, and go to where the elk are now because you can't kill them if they're not there.
I heard this is where the big bulls are.
I guess if you're here, they gotta be.
I hope so.
How you doing?
Good.
All right, drove around, met up with Micah. We've got a great game plan. That bull that I saw this morning, I was looking back at the footage on my phone. It looks like there's multiple cows, maybe a calf, and a few other bulls that are in there. They're all bedded in a really tight timber pocket that is not very far at all from that wallow where I saw those bulls go into last night. I mean, less than 400 yards. I did not see them go out of there, and I think we've got a really good plan with the wind. We're going to loop around. It's about 3 miles from here. We're going to try to set up on that wallow this evening. We're going to pack in camp just in case they don't come in. We're going to spend the next couple days back there, see if we can capitalize on that big bull. Or any bull. Whatever gives me a shot. Whatever the Lord blesses me with.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Basically step across it.
They're somewhere right on that hillside right there. We were worried about the trees not being thick enough where they might see us walking across this opening, but it's definitely thick enough. We're gonna be able to get in there as long as the wind's good. Should have an awesome evening. That's a good bull.
That's a big bull.
That's a big
Dude, he's a whopper. That's a big bull for this unit. That's gotta be a different group than I saw this morning.
I think so.
Wild. They're going right for that tree patch where those other ones are. Dude, that's a big one.
Is he in the trees?
Yeah. They're working up and left. Let's just work on the back side of this. We'll keep kind of this hill between us. And it looks like there's a little ditch going up to that point. I think we can stay hidden almost all the way up there. With the overcast skies, seems like the thermals are starting to switch and going down the hill, which is perfect if we want to set up on the wallow. It's getting really still though. Very quiet. Let's just work right up to this edge and see if the wind is the same. If not, we'll just come back to right here. It's 6 o'clock now. We got just under 2 hours before dark. We're kind of trying to wait in the shade for the thermals to start going down before we work over to that wallow. But we're going to peek around the corner here and just see what our wind's doing. It's hard to say what we're going to see tonight, but we're in elk. And that's a big difference over the last couple days. Directly in line with the sun.
Same ones we saw before.
Those three.
We're in behind there a little bit.
Maybe up against that shed.
Do you think they'll wind us if we sit that high?
Dude, this is awesome. What do you think about that tree down there? Do you think we can get back to that? Let me back up. You stay here and I'll kind of watch.
Okay.
And then follow me.
guess down there.
Let's just give him some time. That arrow zipped right through him.
Yeah.
No problem.
Oh yeah. How far was he?
I just guessed 30 because I ranged that tree at 22, so I put my 30 and it hit like right on. That was crazy. Dude. They're all 3 younger bulls, but those 2, I think, had nice potential. This one's so goofy. Oh, he's right here. He's right on the other side of the tree, behind the cedar. He's got to be dead right there.
I think he's down right there, dude. I think you got him.
Holy smokes. Dude, he's so goofy looking. Did you see that club?
He's awesome.
That's what killed him. I'm sorry.
Awesome.
If he was, because they saw the one side, it's like, oh, he's young, and then I see the spike, and then I see that huge drop, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
That's what I saw. The first thing I saw that club, I thought, man, that thing is cool.
Give me your camera. I see one of the bulls right here.
Oh yeah, look at him.
Right there's the glassing hill where I glassed him last night. The sun's just hitting the top of it. Almost 4 miles away. That's crazy.
Made quick work of that.
Dude, I mean, this worked out fantastic.
Yeah. Slept around and got on him the next evening.
Gosh. This is the shortest elk hunt you and I have ever had. Almost all of them have been about 13 days.
Yeah, we're used to grinding hard.
All I gotta say is my wife sure is gonna be happy. She would have killed me if I passed these bulls and didn't bring home any meat. Let's go grab that.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at this. Dude, that's so
Oh man.
That's awesome.
Nice shot.
Look at dead meat buried in the dirt. Oh my gosh. That's what we like to see right there. That's crazy.
Man. That's some serious blood.
Dude, it got him good, that's for sure. I was worried it was a little bit back at first because his arm, he was bent over and his arm was back and I did not want to hit that shoulder bone. So I tried to put it kind of right above it. When he was running, I looked a little bit further back, but that blood was spewing out so good. He's got to be dead right down in that ditch, less than 100 yards. Look at the blood in the rocks, dude. Look at that.
Holy smokes. Look at this trail. That's insane.
Got him?
He's down.
Yes.
Look at this. Look at this thing, dude.
Man.
Look at that. Love. Oh my gosh. That's freaking awesome. Oh my gosh. So weird. He's got like another pedicle going out of his
Really,
forehead.
man.
That's so goofy. It's got the velvet hanging off. Oh my gosh, man. That is awesome. I'm definitely pumped to have some elk meat to bring home, I can tell you that. This changed in a hurry. Showed up on day one, didn't see hardly anything compared to the last time I was here when there was elk everywhere. Found a few in this little pocket up here. I mean, they just read the playbook and worked it perfect. Came right into the wallow just like they did last night. That was crazy. Oh my gosh. When I was just a kid, probably 8 or 9 years old, my dad shot a bull just like this. I remember him bringing it home and just thinking he was like Superman. It really just inspired me to want to elk hunt, and it's pretty amazing to be able to harvest a bull almost identical to his. All these years later, in a place I could have never planned, God allowed me to live out the very same experience my dad had that once inspired me. It reminded me that none of this happens by chance. We do our part, we train, we prepare, we stay ready, but it's God who writes the story and decides the outcome. Looking at this bull, I'm reminded how blessed I've been, not just in this hunt, but in every season leading up to it. This one was never mine. It was his from the start.